Galaxy A14, retailing at about $150, which in Naira is about 120,000 Naira. Now, this is a Samsung mid-range device, and you can tell by its build quality. So, it is made entirely of plastic, apart from the front, which is made of glass. A 6.6 inches PLS LCD screen, to be exact, with a resolution of 1080 by 2408 and a pixels density of 400 ppi. Now, the fact that it is made of plastic doesn't translate to it being brittle. It is a strong build, and to be fair, less of a worry for you if it falls to the ground. So, I do like its stealthy appearance, especially in black, as it does have this matte finish look to it. It has 3 lenses and a flashlight at the back, with the lenses arranged on a straight line. Now, Samsung wasn't going for aesthetics when they made this. You can tell, it just means business. Its main camera is a 50 megapixels wide lens, with a 5 megapixels ultra wide lens, and a 2 megapixels macro lens. Shoots videos at 1080p 30 frames per second. It has a single selfie camera with 13 megapixels, also shoots videos at 1080p 30 frames per second. Alright, so now, it is a mid-range device, so do not expect anything crazy out of its camera. But then, Samsung has got the whole software camera situation on lock and have a very functional software support for their cameras. With that said, the Samsung A14 will not blow your mind, but takes very decent photos and videos. Now, this device is quite chubby, if I should say, but it is understandable as it needs to compensate for its large 5000 mAh batteries. Now, this is large enough to last you a couple of days if you're not a heavy user. It runs on Android 13 and has an Exynos 850 chipset, which is the slowest of the versions released, but sadly what we have available here in Africa. It has a 12nm processor with a Mali G52 MC2 GPU. It also has 64GB of storage with 4GB of RAM, which is expandable to 8GB using what Samsung calls RAM+. Now, side note, the Exynos 850 chipset is pretty slow, and you can tell from the get-go with how long it takes to boot up from when you power it on to when you can actually start accessing the device. At the bottom of the device, you can find a 3.5mm headphone jack, which most people will be happy with, a microphone, a USB Type-C charging port, and a down-firing speaker grill. On the right side, you have its power button, which doubles as its fingerprint scanner, and its volume rocker keys. The left side of the device has a SIM card tray for its dual SIM setup and a dedicated SD card slot. At the top is a second microphone. Now, the display of the A14 is decent. Good looking colors and saturation and pretty good brightness, with about 520 nits. Now, for a mid-range device, I'm pretty sure you will not have any issues with it. Consuming media on the A14 is not outstanding, but definitely a good experience altogether. Scrolling through apps and running multiple windows at the same time does take a toll, and it is noticeably slow. Shocking since it has a 90Hz refresh rate. High-performance games won't give you a great experience, so I wouldn't recommend it. But mid-range graphics games will run just fine. Alright, so in conclusion, the Samsung Galaxy A14 is a mid-range device, and for its price range, I'd say it's okay. So, if you don't mind the slight lags and the fact that you can't play high graphic games on this device, maybe you're just someone that wants to chat, use your social apps and, a few light messaging here and there, just scrolling through social media with some light media consumption, then yeah, you could get this device. But I should warn you, it doesn't come with a charging brick or accessories in the box. All you get in the box is the device itself and a Type-C charging cable. So yeah, you will have to get accessories separately, and it also charges really slowly as it is rated at just about 15 watts. Its One UI Core 5 allows you to personalize and customize this device to fit your individual style. So let me know in the comment section